So this is kind of interesting. I don't know if you can really tell from here, but he's riding a tractor that has like water wheels on the back because he's going through the rice fields and he's, I guess, like tilling them a little bit so it's easier for the rice plants to sink into the mud. But like the wheels on the tractor, the two front wheels are regular and the two back wheels are like these massive water wheels. That's pretty clever. All right, we just caught a bunch of snails out in the fields over here, just kind of plucking them out the mud. I didn't film it because my hands were dirty, but I cleaned them off now. Yeah, it's a lot of snails. I think they're gonna make a soup out of them. Okay, wow, that's a big, big storm. It's like flash flood conditions. This is like categorized as a monsoon. It's a lot of rain. Okay, so right now we're kind of redistributing the dirt from over here, and we're gonna make it more level all the way around the pool, because we're extending the tile path all the way around the pool. So we gotta level it out like right up to the edge of the pool with all this excess dirt from over here. All right, I've carved this area out a bit better, so it's more of a walkway here. All right, we're digging a ditch down the side of this hill so that when the water comes, it doesn't flood the whole road. This is kind of what I've done so far. This doesn't look that steep on camera, but let me tell you, it's kind of steep. Digging a ditch uphill is fucking miserable work, dude. Holy. This is the worst thing I've done so far. It's just like you can't get any leverage. But hopefully the road won't flood when it rains now. Alright, progress update. It's looking good. This isn't all me, by the way. There's like 3 people working on this. Alright, we finished it. Goes all the way down the hill now. Man, that sucked. So I was pouring the water out of these galoshes, and I poured this frog out instead. Dude, he's massive. Look at this guy. He's a chonker. He's like only slightly smaller than my fist. Was not expecting that when I poured them out. We have encountered a duck transport truck. That's fun. They're pouring ice on the ducks now. I don't know why they would do that. I guess they want their ducks to be cold when they kill them. Alright, now we're planting rice, but a different way. Standing in, again, about a foot of mud. And we're just unpeeling these ones by hand and like manually pushing them into the mud. Here, she's going to show us. We'll just kind of stick it in there. So I think my hands are going to get pretty muddy, so I'm not going to film most of this, but I'm just going to go for it. So this is the progress we've made so far. I've been planting all the way down this line, and then they've been kind of filling in behind me. Yeah. I don't think we're going to get this whole field done today, but we'll get a lot of rice in. Alright, so now we're picking the things that we were planting from the bundles before. Like the rice plants as they're growing to like maturity in a better field. You got to kind of wiggle them out, or you're just going to pull the stems off because you want to make sure you keep the root ball intact. And then you soak them in water and like dirt falls off. And you plant them in the other field over there. Okay, so we made good progress. About half the field filled in. But also we've been collecting some snails. And I just thought you should check out these snail eggs, which are super cool. They're bright pink. And they're kind of all along the riverbed here. Here's a bunch of them. That's why getting the snails out is so hard, because they're so prolific. But they really do look like fake raspberry almost. Here's some that are a bit older and dried out. I think the water level was once at this because they only lay their eggs like under the water. But it's crazy how pink they are, dude. They look artificial. The pool has acquired quite a layer of filth and grime at the bottom, so we're just sweeping it out and cleaning it at the moment. Alright, we finished cleaning the pool. Took a lot longer than I expected, but pretty sparkling now. Okay, we're removing some pineapple plants over here. Didn't really get a good answer on whether pineapples are annual or biannual or perennials, but I think they're being removed because he wants to plant some other stuff here, not because they're like dead and not fruiting anymore, so I'm not sure. Alright, we're digging holes along this ridge here to put trees in. I think I'll set up a time-lapse shot of that pole of me digging up the holes. Alright, here's the progress. We dug a couple of tree holes, and then over here we started just kind of like roughing this area up. I don't really know what's going on here. And he's building like a barrier of dead branches over the side here so the dirt doesn't fall. He did kind of shake the camera off of the time-lapse stick it was on, but then he apologized, so it's okay. Yeah. Okay, I gotta shout out this dish here. It's incredibly delicious, and I would not think that these foods go together. It's papaya and egg and fish and a lot of pepper and like green onion. And that is not a combo you would think to be tasty, but it is incredibly, incredibly tasty. If I take any recipes from Vietnam, it will definitely be this one. This is like simple and really, really good.